I used to have a visual that I would do when my monkey mind was really active, like in my 20s. I even drew a picture of it that I find every now and again in a box. Just pops up when I need to see it. Of like a sturdy tree, a big tree with me sitting under it. And then around the edge are all these doors where all of the monkeys with all of their like chatter can go, and then I can close the doors and then I can just sit under the tree in silence. So if that visual resonates with you, then you can set that up in your mind as well, and just tell them that you don't need to be active right now. Go behind your doors, monkeys, and you can stay there. We're good. So yeah. Big oak tree. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, I love the oaks. Oaks are so that magical connection, just that ancient wisdom that comes through with the oaks, right? It's very, very incredible. So yeah, if that visual resonates with all those doors, just an active way to like quieten the mind and try and pinpoint who's trying to talk. Is your 7-year-old trying to talk? Is it like your activated teenager that's trying to talk? Is it your future self that's trying to talk, which is the one you really want to listen to, right? So it's figuring out if you do have this immense chatter in your mind, trying to isolate different ones. And we have Cendrine has just arrived in. Hi, how are you? Let me get you on here.
Hello, Nicola. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Cendrine. How are you?
I'm very good. Thank you. How are you yourself?
Yeah, I'm really, really good. Thank you. I love your Ankh necklace. I haven't seen this before in any of your videos. This is new.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I've had it for about 2 years, so I wear it, every now and then.
Yeah. How incredible. How incredible. So we just had a beautiful meditation from Darcy. She took us on a journey into a garden to meet our future selves. So we've all just come out of this kind of nourishing, like comforting place where we received a beautiful gift to like activate us into our future selves. So yeah, so everyone, this is Cendrine. She has her golden age, a spiritual ministry, which she has brought to the world with her beautiful gifts. She's a spiritual teacher and trance channel, and we are very, very honored to have you here bringing your wisdom and spiritual gifts to us. Thank you.
So much for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
Yes, and you've just finished a bit of travel, haven't you? How long were you traveling for?
About
Yeah.
2.5 months.
Yeah.
It was just so good. Yeah, it's really what I was guided to do that, by my soul and my high council. And it was quite challenging to actually, get to the point of saying, yes, let's go. But I did that. And oh my God, I'm so glad I did, because I came back as a completely new upgraded version of myself. And my life has just like upgraded completely.
Yeah.
And I just came back 2 weeks ago. So it's fascinating. Yes.
Incredible timing. So is this a pilgrimage that you were called to do? And have you been to some of these places before and you were called back, or was this all brand new travel for you to new places?
Both.
Yeah.
First, I started to go to Melbourne when I have lots of soul sisters. So I just went there like for 1 week of nourishing connection with amazing, inspiring women. And then I went to Bali, and I had been in Bali before, but just for a short yoga retreat. So there I spent a month. So I visited, and I also I have a few friends who live there, and I also had lots of contact, from my work that I wanted to meet in person. So that was absolutely amazing. And then I went to India, first time in India, and same thing. I met lots of awesome people. I traveled. I went to pranayama yoga retreat, and I just received so many upgrades in India. It was really important. Yes.
How fantastic. That is so incredible. So incredible. And so you just mentioned that your soul network guided you to this. So this is part of the trance channel. Is this correct? this
No,
connection?
it's more that
Yeah.
I work a lot with my high councils, so they
Yeah.
give me direction continuously, and
Mm.
I'm really connected to my soul and also my oversoul network. So I keep on receiving guidance on the things that I need to step into. So it's
Mm.
like a path of accelerated evolution. So there's no such thing as saying, oh, I'm going on holiday and not doing any work. It's like, once you say yes to this, it's like every single day, every single moment is a new lesson, is something like a new opportunity to rise up to the occasion, to be a better person, and also to be, to find more kindness and love towards myself and others as well. So it's not just about doing the things, it's just mostly about being the fragrance we're here to be and to radiate in the world, and give and receive accordingly. Yes.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
Mm.
And so you've got quite a few different programs that you offer, right? Yeah.
Yes,
So what's
many things.
many things, right? So when you take people into your programs, like what is like the biggest transformation that you see in people? Like what really stands out to you? Yeah.
People get completely activated in soul connection, and so they become like highly sensitive, and many people, they start connecting with star races, galactics, earth elementals, ascended masters. They start channeling, trance channeling, and the programs I have done so far were not directed to that, but now I'm opening a school of channeling, which is a 1-year certification program to train extraordinary channels. So it will be for existing channels and healer, but for aspiring ones as well. So it's really like to raise the bar of the quality of channeling, because I download a unique body of work from my high council. So it's like this architecture that truly explain the creation of universe, who we are, a purpose of life, but also mostly how to access our multidimensionality and embody our multidimensionality. Like, for example, Isis and Hathor did, during their life, and so many others like Mary Magdalene and Jesus Christ and Buddha, and so many more that haven't become even famous.
Of course.
So yes, this is what I'm here to be doing with my Golden Age Spiritual Ministry, is to help people remember the truth of their divinity and their multidimensional embodiment. So like many people that join my tribe, and it's not even through like paid offerings, it's also like listening to content, because I'm a content machine. I have always something to share. So basically I share new contents pretty much every week, every second week, on all my podcast and YouTube and so on. But it's always to help people to understand that they are in the unified field. They are in oneness consciousness already. It's just that fields of illusions are preventing from seeing the truth of their own divinity. And then when we start seeing clearly who we are, then we must do something about it. So it is stepping up in courage, understanding that fear is a portal. It is stop finding excuses for playing small and feeling not good enough and unworthy. So it's like a really well-rounded teachings, and also mentoring to not only help people get access to the power of their soul, but also to know how to bring that into everyday life. So I work a lot with embodiment and grounding people in this reality, because people that join me, they can be very much like, oh yeah, like I'm a channel, I want to connect to star races, to the Pleiadians, to the Arcturians, to dragons and so on, and they're just floating away completely. So I'm like, you are an earthling, so you are not this or that. You are you with your your body and so on. So how can you embody that in this current reality and ground that in these earth realms? Because we are not here to escape, we are here to ground. We are here to say, fuck yeah, I'm alive, life is the best life I can ever have. And I am not a mistake, nothing is a mistake around me, nothing is like against me, everything works in my favor. So it's like really teachings that work with understanding the quantum field, quantum dynamics between our microcosm, our internal universe, and the universe that is outside of ourselves, our reality, which is our macrocosm. So all the quantum teachings always work with the polarities and dualities that create life itself, such as feminine, masculine, above, below, within, outside of ourselves. And it is always so it can get very, very geeky, like Yeah, I work a lot with neuroscience, microbiology, like DNA upgrades. And so it gets very, very geeky, very sciencey in some ways, but it also gets like super galactic, very out there. And so it's weaving things. And then after a while, like people understand that it's actually quite basic. It's simple. It's always like live in presence, in the moment, with kindness and gratitude, and treat others as you would like to be treated. And so it's like it's both very simple and at times very like, whoa, my brain is like really, struggling to catch up to that. So yeah, you can see I get very excited.
Yeah, and I love that too. And everything you just shared is like a wealth of information in itself, or we can like really break down what you just shared. And like you said, it's really simple. Like it comes back to being grounded, and everything's always working out in my favor is my favorite mantra for the last quite a few years, especially since COVID, right? Because nothing seemed like it was working out in our favor for a while. And that came into my field through someone I was watching on YouTube, and I was like, I'm going to stick with that. That is my go-to mantra. Everything is always working out for me, right? And it's simple, like you say, but to get to that, I can't remember what you call the fear. Fear is a portal. Did you say that? Yeah, I love that concept. Can you break that down a little bit more, like going into that? Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
And I facilitate often like free events around that, and I will do some more because it's part of like a trilogy of different transmissions. But it's like fear is a portal of evolution. So we always have a choice to walk through that portal to discover what the gifts are beyond it, or to wait. But eventually it is just going to stay there until we are ready to, to face the portal and walk through it. And that's any kind of fear. It is fear about ourselves, it is fear about the world. And until we can actually walk through that portal and release it, the fear is going to bind us, to literally dominate us, control us. And I'm not here to be controlled by anything, lower realm, density, fears, or anything like that. They don't control me. They are here to show me a path of empowerment. So when the fear is present, it is really like working with the nervous system, because most of the time people have a dysregulated nervous system, which prevents them to actually evolve, understand more who they are, and to access higher light codes. It's because it's fried, their nervous system is fried, so they can't do anything to change their life. And it's often one of the missing keys. So I work a lot with nervous system regulation. And once your nervous system is regulated, like it's so easy to walk through fears. It's like basically you see a fear like, yeah, okay, so I'm just gonna kind of like relax, drop into my heart, drop into my body, and breathe into my body, and then use my mind, which is a brilliant, powerful machine that is going to tell me, okay, this is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it like this, like this, like this, like that. And then the fear increases because it's actually nervous system dysregulation. The fear in itself is void of density. The fear in itself has no weight. It's the weight that we place upon it that make it a real thing. So if I am relaxed and if I know who I am, there is literally nothing that I fear. And I have to say, like, I have very little fears now. And then if there is a fear that comes, that's like, sweet, exciting. What is this? I dance with it. How can I alchemize it and transform and grow?
I love that. And I was speaking to that earlier with the shadow work, like run towards it when something comes up, like, yeah, run towards it because it's an opportunity to grow past that. So I love that you've brought that forward again, just to reaffirm that. So do you notice a difference in people with like bringing the feminine energy up, or you mentioned, we want to balance the masculine and feminine in us, but yeah, like this is bringing forward our feminine energy, igniting this feminine flame. Like, how do you feel like you've done that for yourself to embody your gifts? Yeah.
I love this because it's been a very interesting journey for me, because I've always been a tomboy. I've always like loved hanging out with men. I also have had girlfriends and so on, but being feminine to me equaled being weak. And that was until like just maybe like even 5 years ago. So I still already doing all the work that I'm doing, but still like I did not like being too feminine. And like if I had friends around me that were too feminine, I was like, oh God, just like, oh, she's so feminine, she's so annoying. And so I really had to kind of like really go deeper into that. Something that really helped me actually was to go again in depth and understanding about my own chart into astrology, human design, and so on, because I actually have most of my planet in masculinity, my like masculine sign, very few in feminine. So it allowed me to come to a realization that I am just experiencing the architecture that was given to me at birth. There's nothing wrong with me. So for me, always the first step is like releasing the judgment about the self. Yes, I'm more connected to my masculine, and there is nothing wrong with that. I might never be this fluffy, ultra feminine goddess that's like this, but that's okay. And then as soon as I realized that, as I was more and more aware of the judgment that I was placing upon other women. And I think that a lot of us need to face our shit really well, because a lot of us, we do judge other women and we also put them down for whatever reason. And we also get to be jealous of things like that. So I would catch myself, because I would feel bad when I would see someone in her feminine, or like this feminine rock star that was doing these things, or like this famous stuff. I would always see, okay, why am I feeling annoyed by this person? And how does that reflect back at me something that I haven't activated in myself yet? And so I started going more and more into journeys of finding what it means to be feminine for me, not for others, because what I would see that I was not relating to was actually women that had most planets in their feminine side, that were really watery. And so it's like having first a lot of love, respect, and kindness towards people that are very different from me. And then to say, what is my unique expression of my femininity? So only a few years ago, I actually pierced my ears. I forgot to put earrings on, but I pierced my ears for the first time in my life. And I decided to, when I stopped massaging, I was very happy because I could grow my nails. So I love doing my nails. And then I started growing my hair when I chopped them again just before traveling. But I also wanted to wear more dresses and skirts, but things that were a little bit more edgy, not necessarily too flowy. And then it started with my appearance for me, because it was easy to access. But then I would just observe women around me, both friends, but also mentors, that were really in their feminine. And they were in a feminine that was relatable to me, because they also had very strong masculine. And so these are the women that I kind of got inspired by, because they were like super, they doers, they do things, they activate things. They can also be tomboyish, but when they drop into their feminine, it's like, it's fascinating. It's fascinating to witness. And also something that I realized is that when we work with the one unified field, there is no polarities that's there any longer. So now I don't even worry about my feminine or my masculine. I work with the one unified field. So at times I'm more in my feminine, at times I'm more in my masculine, but I don't even think about it. It's only if my masculine take overs, because do, I'm like, okay, let's be more in the receptive mode. Let's just go have a cacao and just like put on some cards and find my crystals and just, spend time like doing a facial with myself. And so I catch myself like that, but it's a beautiful journey. And I think it's always evolving, because the dance with our polarities is always shifting with also our cycle and our role in society, our age, different stages in life and what happens outside. So I think it's always like always evolving. Yes.
Yeah, that's incredible. I had never thought of it being to do with the planets, and I've just recently done the human design and got all that back, and looking more at the astrology. I know, it's so exciting. Yeah, and looking at the astrology more. So now once we finish here, I'm going to go and look at all that.
Yeah, like, it's so interesting, because I love doing these things. Like, I've had so many astrologers do my theme, and like human design, gene key, numerology, like palmistry, like writing, all of these things. And every time I am so humble, because because of the gift that they have, they can describe me with such a level of accuracy that it allows me to release guilt and shame about being a certain way. Like, so in India, I went to this Vedic astrologer that was highly recommended. And for like 25 minutes, he just described me with the highest level of precision. So he even said that I personally love younger men. It's always younger men. I was like, oh my God. Like,
So accurate.
yes, and a part of me was always like, oh no, I should try dating older men than me, maybe that would actually end up having a stable boyfriend or something like that. But no, he's like, no, you just like them young. Just like, why would you change yourself? I was like, okay, so embracing myself. So every time there's a little bit, another aspect of the self that is explained by sort of planetary alignment or the current dynamic that is happening at the moment. And for me, knowing about it is like I release control, I release shame, I drop into myself, and I'm not a victim of it either. Like, it's not because, I like younger men that I cannot date older ones that are also yummy, but it means that I understand more the dynamics and I feel more empowered.
I love that. That's incredible. And it's unlocking. And I love it that you said that you cannot, it really helps to release guilt because around, how we are acting. Yeah. So that's the beautiful thing that we brought forward into the awareness today as well. Thank you so much. Yeah. Did you want to bring in a channel or a download or anything through for us today?
Yes, we
Yes.
could. Like, I can do tuning and see whatever flows to share with the collective. So I would just love to invite you all to close your eyes, to start drawing your awareness within your heart center so you can perceive your heart beating into your chest. And as you perceive the pulsation of your own heart, perceive the life that inhabits you now. Every heartbeat is your soul saying yes, yes, yes to this life. If your soul did not want to be here, it would stop saying yes and it would stop beating. It's very easy for the soul to say, nah, no more. So here, connect to this power of I am alive, I am alive, I am alive, and I want to be here. And as you connect to this heart portal, this physical heart continuously choosing life, over and over again, perceive the electromagnetic field of your heart radiating everywhere within you and then around you. And as you draw your awareness around your physical body, perceive your own field. And direct your awareness farther, farther, farther until you perceive the outer egg of your field. It's the electromagnetic egg that is your protection. Everywhere around your energy field, you can feel this egg. And connect with it and allow this egg to be felt as a divine feminine womb, actually. It's the womb of creation that you reside in. It's your own energy. And perceive this energy in front of you. You might perceive it with your senses. You might feel tingling sensations. You might perceive it as a fluffy white cloud, as different shining lights. Whatever comes to your awareness is perfect, beautiful, and pure. And then perceive this energy field to your right, and then to your left. And behind you, focus on this energy behind you, behind your back, and farther back. And then underneath you, and above you. Excellent. And now please draw your awareness back within your heart center. And as you connect to your heart center, feel and perceive that there is a cord connecting you all the way down through the chakras, lower chakra, between the legs, between the feet. It is going through a water portal and then all the way further down, 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 deep within the earth. It is connecting to the heart womb of Mother Gaia. And here, as we connect to Mother Gaia, she says, "Dear ones, I'm so very happy to welcome you on this planet. You are me and I am you. You and every single living creature that inhabits this planet is part of my realms. You are an earthling of the light, and I'm very grateful to have your divine presence here. I would love to encourage you to connect to me more, as I am the ultimate divine feminine avatar of this realm. I am the creatrix of all life. And therefore, I hold perfect balance of masculine and feminine. Yet, when you consciously connect to me as the divine avatar of the Mother Goddess, you can access more of your own divine feminine frequencies. The power of activating your divine feminine frequencies by connecting to me is that it is going to be very grounded, a very grounding feminine energy, an earth goddess. And the more you are able to ground in yourself and the ground on this planet, the more you will remember who you truly are beyond time and space reality, to be able to access more of you. Everything that you are, which is far beyond anything that you could even imagine. The gifts that inhabit you goes beyond what your mind can actually comprehend. So if you think that you want to reaccess this and that gift, to be more like this, or like that, this is just the first steps. This is just what is present within this current awareness, within this current reality. It is not even 1% of what is accessible to you. And I, Mother Gaia, I share this with you to open up your consciousness to your own multidimensionality, to your own power, and to what is truly truly you are capable of being and doing in this reality. So when you consider accessing something new, when you consider moving through fears or creating an offering or shining your light or going after the job you want, the relationship you want, or the new house that you want, go for it. Stop losing time into endless procrastination that only occurs into your mind. These are fantasies and imaginations. All blocks, all resistances, all limiting beliefs, and all fears are just illusions. These illusions are present within you to allow you to access more of your own power. Because you chose Earth as a realm for evolution, you also say yes to experiencing contrast. Contrast is calling in pain, challenges, fears, limitations as a way of evolution. You do not like something, so you go after something else. And I say, as we moved into the fifth dimension and higher realities during this ascension process that is happening on Earth at the moment, you no longer need that. You no longer need to call in contrast. You no longer need to call it challenges to be able to evolve. So I would love to invite you to relax. As feminine, energy happens in relaxation, in receptivity. When you relax, the coil of your DNA opens up. When your coil of your DNA opens up, you have access to all information present within your DNA. Your cells can self-regenerate, therefore perpetuating youth, vitality, health, and vibrancy. So if you are stressed and anxious, the first thing you need to do is to stop, drop everything, breathe consciously and learn to relax. Once you are relaxed, once you are in a place of alignment, then start activating divine fire of masculine action. The feminine holds the masculine, dear one. Hold yourself. Be the one that wraps a blanket of love, comfort, and protection and safety around yourself. Nurture your feelings, nurture your inner child. Always listen to your heart. Take the time needed to heal. And then grab your courage, your confidence, and your stamina, and every single day take even a small step into the pursuing of your higher dreams, because then you will become an unstoppable force of creation. I want to invite you now to draw back your awareness inside you and feel the energy that is moving now from this cord that you have connected to me, and that is connecting all the way up. And it is moving the central channel all the way up. And it is also coming through the soles of your feet. Many of you have big roots. Feel the roots coming from the soles of your feet, anchoring you in the earth. And feel the energy coming as I, Mother Gaia, I am now sending you a lot of nurturing energy. It is to make you feel safe and understood and welcomed and loved, to feel that I have the highest level of compassion and kindness towards you. And I am also the mother that knows her child to perfection. And I know when you need to wrap yourself in blankets of love, forget about the outside world, feel like a victim for a season or a day. Until then, you need to be shaken up by the mother love and to say, it's great, my child. Now pick yourself up. You are capable of lifting mountains because I know your worth. I know how powerful you are. I know that you are capable of healing everything. This is the energy that is flowing to you from within. Everywhere that is being, the energy is being sent from below, everywhere within each and every one of your cells now. So you can perceive each and every one of your cells opening up. And as we would love to invite you to breathe and relax your body. Allow this energy to simply integrate within your DNA all the way to your atoms. Feel each and every atom, each and every particle that you are receiving, divine feminine energy, fully activated in presence, in relaxation, perfectly dancing with the divine masculine energy to become a unified field of creation. I love you dearly, and I thank you very much for being there. You can simply breathe into your heart and feel the energy within you and all around you, and observe without judging if anything has changed, because at times we can straight away perceive change within the cells and in our energy field, and at other times it's not the case, and that's all right. Just breathe into that. And you can open your eyes when you're ready.
Thank you so much, Cendrine. Oh, that was so powerful. I'm definitely still assimilating. Yeah, wow. Yeah. What a quite a journey. I felt a fear portal open up and a whole lot of light to go into it, and then it just kind of like whoosh, went away. It was like this, I don't even remember what it was. It was like, there's this thing, then snap. No more fear in there. So thank you.
So
Yeah.
happy.
Please leave in the chat how that was for you guys, and some gratitude for Cendrine and her beautiful channel that she just brought through for us. I felt my eyes flickering as well. So I feel like for me, I know that there's like some kind of activation happening when I get that flickering in my eyes. So yeah, how wonderful. How did you find your way into channeling? Like when you were younger, like how did this come about?
I was kind of born with, this ability to connect with alternate realities. And so when I was a child, I would have many visits from both angels, but also demons, entities, and lost souls. And it was very intense. So when I was 7 years old, I consciously closed my crown chakra and Agna chakra as much as I could, which terrible migraines for most of my teenage life, but I would still have like pretty intense thing happening through my life, but a lot less. But because of these intense things happening, and also because it was meant to be, then I had to kind of like, go there into the wormhole and remember, who I am truly and why that was given to me, like this gift. Why is it there? What does it mean? And so on. So I just went on a journey, because like nobody really trained people around, channeling abilities back in the days. Now it's changing. It's very different. This is why I'm also opening the school of channeling, because now I have, like, this is my purpose. This is what I'm here to be doing. This is an extension of me, and like training, people to be a highly advanced psychic and oracles and healers. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. So the level of access that I have to star races, earth elementals, dragons, animals of powers, ascended master, and source frequency that I co-create with, it's really, really precise. So I can really teach other people how to do it. And it's just amplifying, the more I do it myself and the more I clear my body and I work with my body, the easier it is to integrate into everyday life. So I don't even think about it. It's just part of my reality. And it's been like that for many years.
Wow. Yeah, incredible, incredible. So how can people reach out and find you and work with you, and yeah, let us know what you've got coming up, what exciting things you have in the pipeline.
Thank you. But if people like to listen to podcasts and YouTube, then I publish a lot there. I have an amazing library there. I also have many free gifts on my website, and there is especially one that's popular. It's a soul alignment meditation, which is really, really powerful. And you can get it on my website, cendrines.com. And I have many amazing things coming. I can't name them all, but my next training is actually showing up to be one of the most popular so far, because finally, I'm doing what people have asked me for years. And I was like, oh, no, this is not what I do, but I'm doing a training, a 3 hours workshop of entities removal. And so I work with the goddess Sekhmet, ancient Egyptian goddess Sekhmet, who's like, a lioness. And then she just rips shadows and demons apart in the quantum. And I like, this is what I've mastered, because, I'm not scared of any of them, because I've known them since a young age, and I know exactly how to connect with the dark realms if needed. But if there is demons or entities or lost soul coming, I just know exactly what to do. So when I was in Bali, oh my God, it was so freaking intense on that level. I was really cool. I said, let's do it, let's do it. So I'm doing a training to not only clear that from people, but it's also clearing negative alien implants, false light codes, outdated paradigms, outdated timelines, and things like that. So it's like the biggest clearing one can have. But then I also going to train people on how to do it for themselves and for the clients, because a lot of my tribes, they are already working as healers, as channels, and so on. They don't know how to level up, so they come to me and they level up. So I really help people to level up in their gifts. And so if any of you is interested to know how to actually handle the dark side of the force, as I would call it, you can join, because I work as a light leader, but I also have a higher understanding of the architecture of life, as the dark forces are actually, you know, also part of the light in some aspects. It's a bit complicated to explain, but I'm really highly qualified. I've been doing it for a very long time, and yeah, I'm really excited to teach that to others, because for a lot of my students, what I perceive is that they are really scared of that that dimension, and so therefore they block their psychic abilities, because they're like, oh my God, you know, but I feel presence, I feel this dark thing, this like ghost playing in my kitchen and opening the drawers and so on. It's like they're really scared, and things that are happening because the vibration of the earth is increasing, and also we are really receiving a lot of plasma light and galactic frequency. Is like lost souls, demons that are cooked. They are suffering intensively, so they're like, help me get the fuck out of this place. It's no longer for me. And so they are very active, and so we see them more, because what do they want? They come to us for help, that's all, literally. So it's really I'm going to help people to serve the light by facing the fear. It's which one of the biggest fear that we have as channels and healers and mentors, is actually to face some of these nasties. And so when you get to work with me, like, you're not going to face anything, because it's actually super fun.
Yeah, that sounds absolutely incredible, because I think that just is something that just resonates with, you know, doing this work. Is like, what if the negative comes in as well, and what do I do in that instance? So that is such a powerful tool to teach. Yeah, say no to the hand. Yeah,
like, not in my reality.
I love that. Incredible. And you have an offer for anyone who is participating in Ignite Your Magick as well. Yeah.
I'd love to share the meditation, the soul healing meditation, because I think it's really important. If we always work from soul alignment, then life is much more enjoyable and exciting. Yes.
Oh, thank you so much, Cendrine. Thank you. So we will be sending an email out to everyone with access points for the guests and the free gifts as well that people are bringing forward. So I've loved that. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing your wisdom with us. Yes.
Thank you, Nicola.
So grateful. So grateful. Yeah. All right, we'll send a lot of love for Cendrine in the chat so she can see that. So much gratitude, and letting you move on with your day and creating magic in the world.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Wow, how incredible was that? Thank you again. Just sending some more love in the chat as well. I love the idea of finding and bringing in these techniques to work with this darker side and this realm that can be quite overwhelming, especially if you come into your gifts younger, like Cendrine mentioned. Then that can be like a fear base that stops anything from coming in. So learning how to work with that, I'm very tempted to like log in and have a look at that 3-hour course as well. We can all jump on there and learn about that.